First, let's head over to Japan to get the latest market movers of course, the Japanese market. Manufacturers raised output for a 6th straight month. Mike Finn's been busy number crunching. Mike?
I have actually been crunching the numbers, but can't see them behind me. There you go. There they are. 1.8% increase in industrial production in August, bang in line with economists' forecast. Now, output has increased for the longest stretch in 12 years. Government stimulus spending around the world. We've had spending in the States to encourage buying of cars, spending in China, spending in Europe, here in Japan, renewing demand for cars, also consumer electronics here in Japan. You get some tax breaks and cash incentives if you trade in your old fridge for a cleaner, greener one. Now, we are seeing automakers rising. Honda and Nissan up about the same amount. Toyota, though, falling 0.25%. The reason for that, it says it's going to recall 3.8 million cars in the States, its biggest ever US recall. There is a concern that the floor mats may slip and jam the accelerator pedal. Nissan, though, rising. It says it's going to sell, or at least get orders for 20,000 electric cars, its new one, the Leaf, by the time it arrives in dealerships in the States at the end of next year. And Nissan, in fact, using a US government loan, $1.6 billion, to retool its factory in Tennessee to make the Leaf. And the Nikkei newspaper says Panasonic wants to use PC batteries to power electric vehicles. It says the company is going to convert lithium-ion batteries used in notebook computers. The paper says that will sharply cut the cost of making electric vehicles. Let's hope they crash less than my PC does. Anyway, Panasonic has just won European approval to buy battery maker Sanyo. This is the biggest takeover in Japan's consumer electronics industry. Panasonic shares at the moment up by 1.4%, and Sanyo gaining just under 1%. It is the last trading day of the quarter. The Nikkei running out of steam this year, it looks like. It's risen 2% in the past 3 months. That compares to 23% from April to June. That, of course, better than the first quarter, which was a drop of 8%. Now, one reason that the Nikkei may be running out of steam is the strong yen, which obviously is hurting exporters. But also, if you're a foreign investor thinking of investing in Japan, with the yen up here, that's a real disincentive. You don't get much bang for your buck. Also, beware the head and shoulders. Nomura saying this is a sign that the Nikkei has reached its high for the year. Japan's biggest brokerage saying the index may drop as low as 9,000. This is a head and shoulders pattern. You've got 3 peaks, and the biggest is in the middle. So peak number 1, peak number 2, peak number 3, and now we are heading down. It's actually got 2 shoulders on this side, but never mind. This is what Nomura says is a sign that the Nikkei is going to head down to 8,000. Beware the head and shoulders. Didn't know you had dandruff, has Linda.
Head, shoulders, knees and toes. Thank you, Mike Finn.